What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be diving into a bit of Dragon Ball history that many of you might remember with a mix of nostalgia, and some of you might not even know what I'm talking about due to the game's short lifespan. That game is none other than Dragon Ball Online. So for those of you who might be newer to the Dragon Ball fandom, or maybe even just missed this particular chapter in general, Dragon Ball Online was an MMORPG that was set in the Dragon Ball universe. But this wasn't just some licensed game that they just, threw to the shelves. It had a very special connection to the source material. The one and only Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball, was heavily involved with the development of Dragon Ball Online. He wasn't even just giving his stamp of approval, he oversaw the entire project, designed the new characters, contributed significantly to the storyline, and even expanded the Dragon Ball world specifically for this game. That level of creator involvement was huge for fans. Development was primarily handled by the Korean company NTL Inc., later becoming Bandai Namco Korea. This collaboration brought Toriyama's creative vision together with the new technical know-how of a Korean development team. The game was in development for quite a while, with initial whispers and teases popping up in the mid-2000s. This long wait definitely built up a lot of hype and anticipation within the Dragon Ball community. So now, what made Dragon Ball Online truly unique was its setting. It wasn't a retelling of Z or GT, instead it was set way in the future in Age 1000, a full 216 years after the end of Dragon Ball Z. This allowed the game to explore the long-term consequences of the Z Fighters' battles, introduce new threats, and shows us a glimpse of a very different Dragon Ball world. When you jump into the game, you weren't playing as Goku or Vegeta. Instead, you created your own character, choosing from one of three distinct races: the humans, the Namekian, or Majin. So the core gameplay revolved around exploring a vast open world, revisiting familiar locations from the anime and manga, alongside brand new areas designed by Toriyama himself. You take on quests, battle enemies, and level up your character, learning new skills and becoming much stronger, like your average MMO. So a cool aspect of the game was the interaction with the iconic Dragon Ball characters. You'd meet Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan and the rest of the gang, often receiving quests or getting help from them as you navigated the world and the threats to the timeline as a member of the Time Patrol. Yeah, the Time Patrol was a central part of the story, tasked with protecting the Dragon Ball timeline from those who sought to alter it. It sounds pretty familiar, right? Well, that's because a lot of the ideas from Dragon Ball Online eventually made its way to the Dragon Ball Xenoverse games. So now here's where the story takes a bit of a turn for us Western fans. Dragon Ball Online officially launched in South Korea in January 2010. It was a big deal there and seemed to do reasonably well. Following that, the game also made its way to Taiwan and Hong Kong in the summer of 2011, but for those of us in North America and Europe, the dream of officially playing the game unfortunately never came to fruition. Despite a lot of hype and eager anticipation, the game was never officially released in the West. This was a major letdown for a huge chunk of the Dragon Ball community. Reasons cited were varied from localization issues to marketing concerns, and perhaps even the game's technical requirements at the time maybe. Who knows? Sadly, the story doesn't end with a triumphant global release though. In September 2013, the South Korean servers for Dragon Ball Online were officially shut down. The servers in Taiwan and Hong Kong followed suit in October 2014, marking the official end of the game. Reasons for the closure likely included a declining player base, the ongoing costs of maintaining the game, and the ever-evolving landscape of online gaming. Despite its official end, Dragon Ball Online has left a lasting legacy. The fact that Akira Toriyama was so deeply involved with it makes it a unique and important piece of Dragon Ball history. Even today, there's a dedicated fanbase that remembers the game fondly. You can find various fan-led projects attempting to revive or reimagine the game in different ways. This just goes to show the strong desire within the community to experience the world and story that Toriyama helped bring to life in this interactive way. For many Western fans, Dragon Ball Online remains a bittersweet what-if. It was a glimpse into the future of the Dragon Ball universe and a chance to create your own unique Dragon Ball hero and to directly interact with the world we all love. While some never got to experience it officially, its history is a fascinating chapter in the Dragon Ball saga. So what are some of your memories of the game? Were you actually able to play it? Back in the day, I actually remember playing it a lot. I found a way to play the Taiwan version of the game, and there was actually an English patch for the game as well that translated a lot of the game's language into English, so it was pretty cool playing it for a bit. There's not a whole lot to the game, to be honest with you. It's a pretty basic MMO, but if you're a huge Dragon Ball fan like I am, I mean, it's such a cool experience. Especially seeing a lot of the designs that Toriyama did, that's probably the best part of it for me personally, is just being able to see all of his unique creations. I mean, there's all kinds of things like You got unique Cybermen that look like snakes, um, ones that look like beans. I mean, giant squirrels. It's so wacky, but so cool. And you also just have to create your own character as well in an open world. It's really cool, really good experience. So if you haven't played it before, definitely check it out. I'll leave a link in the description below for the server that I actually play on still from time to time, Ultimate Dragon Ball Online. So anyways, that'll do it for today's video, guys. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button along with the notification bell to stay updated on when new content like this drops, and I will see you in the next video. See ya.